What's going on, guys? War Brothers Collectibles here. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I thought I'd talk about my top 5 4Ks that you must own in your collection. So let's get into it. So the top 5 4Ks that I recommend that you have in your collection. You know, these are not based on any kind of genre or type. I do understand these films might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I've based them on just the sheer wow factor of that first time putting in the 4K of the film and being like, wow, that looks so amazing. So that's how I've based this top 5 list today. So anyway, let's get started. So at number 5, I've actually chosen The Good, The Bad, The Ugly by Arrow Video. You know, I recently watched this again, and I've got to say this looks really amazing, guys. You know, I've done a separate review on this my channel if you guys want to watch it, but this really has that wow factor. It just looks absolutely superb, you know. The amount of detail here on the faces, you can see all the tobacco stains on the teeth. The amount of detail and the lush colours of the scenery and the Union Army uniforms during the Civil War battle scene. Just the overall experience is absolutely amazing on this, and you know, it sounds awesome as well. You know, you really feel that rumble straight through your sound system into your living room with the gunshots and the cannon fire, and just the entire experience is really amazing with this one. So it actually contains 2 versions. I just recommend watching the normal extended cut, which was on the special edition re-release of 2003, I think. Watch that version, guys, for the more fuller experience of the film. You know, it's a more coherent story and it just flows a lot better with those extra scenes or extended scenes added back into it. You know, Lee Van Cleef's absolutely amazing. Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, you know, they're a great trio for this amazing spaghetti western, this absolute classic. And yeah, this is my number 5 top 4Ks that you must own. So if you've not picked this one up, I highly recommend that you do so. Next one, I've not actually got it here with me. I lent it out to a family member and they haven't got it back to me yet. But it's actually going to be Titanic on 4K. This film is absolutely amazing. Like, it certainly has that wow factor. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm not into all this, oh my god, James Cameron's over-processing his work and all that. I don't care. I just pop it in. And if I think it looks stunning, then I'm happy. Like, and Titanic, you know, looked absolutely amazing. I've told many people about this. There's a particular shot in the film where Kate Winslet, Rose, is on the boat deck and waiting to get on the lifeboat with her mother, and she calls Cal a unimaginable bastard. Just that shot on Kate Winslet and the firework goes off, it lights up the entire screen. It's just absolutely superb picture there. That shot always stands out in my mind when I watch it on 4K because it just looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's just a really amazing experience, and it enhances all those emotions that you feel when you watch Titanic. So yeah, Titanic is a great one that I would recommend that you get for your collection. My next one is actually going to be Toy Story because this is absolutely amazing and it was such an emotional experience when I watched this film on 4K. Now, it is a 2K upgrade. It's not a true 4K, obviously, and people would say, is it really worth it getting a 1994, 95 CGI animated film on 4K? But no, this is really amazing. I would really recommend that you get this. You know, it's just that such vibrant colours. It really pops right out the screen, and if you love Toy Story as I do, it just enhances the entire experience tenfold. You know, all the emotions come back, and it was just an absolute pleasure to watch this, an absolute visual treat. It was absolutely stunning. I just really don't have the words for it, how good this looked on 4K, guys. So this is one I highly recommend for your collection, and of course it is one for all the family to enjoy as well. Number 2 on the 4Ks that I recommend that you get in your collection is going to be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Now, I watched this last weekend again, and probably for only about the 2nd or 3rd time on 4K, actually. And this certainly has that wow factor when you pop it in. And, you know, the opening sequence with River Phoenix, when he's approaching the train on horseback, you can see pretty much every blade of grass. And it just that looks absolutely epic, you know, that crystal clear colour palette. It just looks so stunning here, and just, again, this just enhances the overall experience. And the scene in the catacombs in the tomb of Sir Richard, when the cruciform sword set fire to the water with the oil in it and the flames engulf the tomb and it like shoots right towards the screen. You almost have to shield your face from the heat of the flame because it's just so intense in the living room on that TV. The desert tank scene where Indy has to battle the tank and get his father out the tank, you know, that just is absolutely incredible. I've said it many times. It's one of the best action sequences ever filmed, in my opinion, if not the best. And it's just so exhilarating to watch, and you know, in the 4K, it just so amazing. You've just got such a big smile on your face when the movie is over, when the credits roll, because you've just had such an amazing time. and it's just absolutely amazing on 4K. And again, it's another one for all the family to enjoy, so definitely pick this one up, and I highly recommend you pick up the other Indiana Jones films as well, because they are awesome on 4K. I've said this many times, so you might be no surprise here, but my number one favorite 4K that I would recommend that you have in your collection. Now, this one is, of course, not everyone's cup of tea, and I really understand that, but if you certainly want a 4K with that, oh my god, that wow factor, just that incredible experience, consistent all the way through, it's got to be, for me, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Now, of course, this is like a gross out zombie horror exploitation, Italian horror movie, whatever you want to call it. So I do understand that it's certainly not for everyone, but it's just so incredible. It's probably one of the best 4Ks that I've ever seen, and I've said it many, many times. It's just absolutely stunning, considering it was made in 1973. The work that Arrow Video have done on this, they've done an absolute amazing job. And the level of detail, on the zombies, on the gore and gross out effects, on the blood, everything's just so lush, detailed, and again, just it heightens that experience tenfold, like through the roof. It's just absolutely incredible. And this was one that I popped in and I was like, wow, oh my god, this looks absolutely incredible, and I was so happy when I got this. And it's an amazing box set as well from Arrow Video, an amazing limited edition box set with the poster, 4K, and obviously the book, and obviously the booklet that accompanies it. So it's an amazing set as well for what you get. But the entire experience is just absolutely awesome. And I've watched this many times I've shared it with family members, and they've all agreed. They were like, yeah, this is really good on 4K. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And just a really amazing experience as well. And that end sequence when they're battling the zombies in the hospital, all the zombies are coming and they're throwing those Molotov cocktails. The flames again just engulf the entire living room, and you really feel that heat and the intensity of those flames. And yeah, it's just a surreal, crazy experience. So if you want the ultimate zombie 4K experience, I highly recommend that you get Zombie Flesh Eaters, also known as Zombie or Zombie 2. And yeah, I know I've said it many times, not for everyone, but this is my number one all-time favourite 4K that I recommend that you get in your collection today if you haven't done so already. Now, these are just the 4Ks that I own in my collection that I want to talk about and that I would recommend. My personal top 5 picks of what I recommend that you should have in your collection if you wish to do so, because they're absolutely amazing experiences. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. That was just my top 5 4Ks that I highly recommend that you have in your collection, because they're just absolutely amazing and they're some of the best experiences that I've ever had on 4K. And I enjoy them thoroughly, and I revisit these ones the most out of my entire collection, because it's just, they offer such an amazing experience, consistent throughout. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate all your support. Welcome back to FKVlogs. It's great to see you back on YouTube after a few years of being away. Again, I've said it, you were one of the biggest inspirations for me to actually start my own YouTube channel. And it's great to see you back on YouTube, great to see you creating that content again, and I wish you all the best for the future, and I wish you all the best of luck with it. So welcome back, FKVlogs. And so yeah, take care, guys, and I will see you soon.